Greetings, friends. This is Zohan Mark Stephen Olivier Jr. The crazy thing is I just hopped on YouTube to put on an instrumental just to play in the background while I made this video. And the first video that popped up on my feed was "You've been consuming enough. God says it's time to create." And just before I made this video, right before I had a time of prayer, I heard the Lord say, "You're gonna make a video tonight," and He told me what I was gonna make the video on. Like, I hadn't heard the Lord speak that in a long time, so it's exciting to be back at it and to share this thing that the Lord told me to share. What I'm gonna be sharing about is my new name, Zohan. I changed the channel name to Zohan Mark Stephen Olivier Jr. because this year I wrote on my calendar that I was going to be going by my new name that God gave me. So I'm just going to give you a little story background as to how I got the name, when I got the name, and why I got the name. So it all started right here, March 4th. No, not March, April. January 4th, January, February, March, April 20th. Yeah, April 20th, 2020. I was right here. It was around midnight, and I was in prayer. I was like this, and I was in prayer. I was in travail, deep travail, and I go into vision that my legs were like this. I saw myself give birth to a son, and then I had a vision of the name Zohar before my eyes. But I heard the voice of the Lord say, "No, Zohan." And so I looked up the meaning of the name Zohan, and the meaning of the name Zohan is answer by prayer or gift. And the word gift can mean blessing. And so whenever I saw that, I was so excited because my mom, before I was born, the Lord spoke to my mom. He said, "You're gonna marry that man, and I'm gonna give you a blessing." So my mom married my dad, and they had me. And so my mom, ever since just more recently, I've noticed that she's been calling me her blessing. She's always been calling me her blessing for the longest time now. She says my handsome blessing. So it was confirmation whenever the Lord named me Zohan. I shared it with my mom. She was so excited. Another thing that's confirmation to me is the movie Don't Mess with the Zohan. I see it like this, that everything that I've been through with my mental health and going to the hospital, and the enemy has been trying to take me out even since I was a kid, with murder attempts and just it's hard to explain, but the enemy has been after me, and so the Lord marked me by naming me Zohan, because in the movie Don't Mess with the Zohan, it's like him saying to the enemy, "He's mine, don't mess with him." So the name is really special to me, and I'm excited to go by it. Another confirmation that the Lord has given me this name is that the same night that the Lord spoke to me the new name, and I gave birth to the new man. That's the way I see it. I gave birth to a son, but it was me giving birth to my new man. The same night that happened, January, February, March, April 20th, 2020, that night Apostle Deborah had a dream and the Lord said, "I want Mark ordained." So the same night the Lord's initiated my ordination as a prophet. And so it was confirmation. Apostle Deborah didn't believe me whenever I shared with her my new name. She was like, "Are you sure, Zohan? What does that even mean? You know, like, what is that? What language is that?" It's Arabic. I just knew. I knew, and I've been knowing ever since 2020 when the Lord gave it to me. And it took a while for Apostle Deborah to believe, but I'm going by the name now, and so yeah. What are some other things that I wanted to share? So yeah, I marked my calendar that 2025 I would start going by the new name, and so I'm going by the new name now. I got ordained July 9th, 2021, alongside my sister Zoe, my sister in Christ Zoe. I call her my twin. She's also called a Deborah. So I call her Zoe Deborah. And the Lord also spoke to Apostle Deborah about and called her Ezekiel, not a Ezekiel. He called her Ezekiel. So I call her Apostle Deborah Ezekiel. I write her little notes in the morning. Sometimes I live with her, and I encourage her in the Lord. Whenever I go to work, I usually do that. Whenever I'm not there to talk to her in the morning, and I'll write Apostle Deborah Ezekiel. When the Lord gives a new name, I like to go by it. So I like to remind you, because it's a reminder, of who you are. It took a while for Israel to go by his new name, and it took a while for me to go by my new name. I just wanted to make sure that I was living up to it, and so I took a step of faith that this would be the year. This would also be the year that Apostle Deborah wouldn't have to walk me through confessions about who I am, like I don't have to fear man and stuff like that. Just oh Mama Deb, would you please pray me through? I told her this would be the year. You don't have to do that. And so far it's been really good, a good year. And I'm not yet going by prophet, even though I am a prophet. I just I'm gonna wait on that. I'm still maturing, and I'm still discovering my gifts, and I've been ever since a kid experiencing the Lord in supernatural ways, taken to heaven, which I'll share some of those experiences, and I've been having visions, interpretation of visions and dreams, and hearing the voice of the Lord, and hearing sounds and interpreting these sounds, and so all that's coming. It's in the making. What are some other things that I wanted to share? I think that's it. I just don't want to skip anything. Yeah, so we got ordained July 9th, 2021. And Apostle Deborah got ordained under Awake Nations, I believe. Apostle, no, that's Prophet Zion. Under Apostle Glenn, I don't have her ordination papers. I have mine. Mine's up on the. Mine is right here. This is my certificate of ordination. Yeah. But this is where it all happened, right here on this little. It was different. Now I have an eagle rug, if you can see it. When I step out of my bed in the mornings, I'm rising up on wings like eagles. But I got my eagle painting back there. You see that? But yeah, I just wanted to share, the name change. If you feel led to, I'd appreciate you calling me Zohan. It's a change, but this is a new year, and I'm ready to step into my new identity. So, love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. I have many more testimonies to share, so stay tuned. I'll be sharing about my trip to heaven whenever I was a kid. I'll be sharing about encounters, like supernatural things that have happened in my life, where it's proof that God is real. I mean, we just looking at a human and the complexity of a human is enough evidence that God is real, but it's really cool whenever he makes it intimate and personal. So I'll be sharing some of my personal experiences with God on this channel, and I'm excited to do that. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, share this video with others, and be a blessing. Love you guys. Shalom, shalom.